I believe you. You are watching Spiritual Hour, if we mini office no akwaba biom. And then we are going to have a very important and a beautiful discussion. And Crawford can send bebre, but me pese me bisa bibi na ye nyina ye dwen ho. Is this earth a soul trap? Is the asase ye tisui a chichi akra ana? If yes, is it of the creator? If no, then what is reincarnation? Who are rulers responsible for this question? Eno ena yebedi ho nkomo bibi se wiase we na ye womu no eye prison ana se eye baabi a dumping place for Accra. If yes, why mo na ye responsible? Say if no, so then what is reincarnation? Now, who are the rulers responsible for this? That's what we are going to treat today. Once again, I welcome you to Spiritual Hour. Osum akodo ayewo ewo wiase nyina obi e believe say there is heaven be e believe say there is plane be and also say dimensions be obiya ubisa Muslim onim so obeko heaven ubisa Christian onim so obeko heaven Christian they all know there is something higher and I said there is something to attend or there is a home somewhere they everybody believe that uwa na ensaye nti se uwa na ensaye what next? Who plans that? Is it godly? Is it natural? What is happening? Ahana wo no apart from bibia wunima wujidi obrana wo boni nyina echi wo ye papa wo ye nipa boni ni o wo ye wikido ubewu wu a eden ne besi nti se ye ka se ye believe say ana ye gidi say we ne besi apart from we believe no wu a the besi no it's all about assumptions. Nobody is actually sure about the wu a ebesi. Me no we discuss bibi about the Apexians no any says last week na nkrofo gidi like people were not understanding, but me can say I'm just thanking my manager for managing my words as well. And then I'm say me record the Daka studio hona ye ka che me say osema me record wo hobio me say hono me to me manage manu like I say things the way they come, and you know was stopping me from a hono kakra. Enti mi bisa no say adenti na o stopping me no say ono de o ka say when you mention to pair or the or boyfriend and our husband be so sa na ya o tai kan say told your boyfriend or told your husband. Enti adana quotation master so be kan say ahwere bofo ana ahwere bofo say na yere me na I was just laughing. I don't know, one day we will talk about that. But when you look at thoughts, the Atlantean, a god of knowledge, who dwells in the graveyard and ewo asasi we saying. So one day we'll talk about him because I will say he's one of the entities I made up so much because Obama with a lot of knowledge. And obi say na nyame adomo knowledge na wo brag about knowledge no na say anka me nko brag about fraud and I mean brag about prostitution na wenye bi aka. To learn and to experience and to encounter this raw knowledge, you know, and easy. Now, if you feel I brag about it, it's also biblical. Paul nekaye or say mama men brag kakra because I know how to abase and how to abound. Ejuma we easy cry, but we have determined to do this. The reason things are like this. So obi bisa and then I discuss is earth a soul trap? If yes, who are the rulers responsible? If no, what is reincarnation? That is what we are discussing. O Christo ni bia nimse Yesu ewu oko ose oko prepare baby na wabefa yen e de akọ. Nanso Christo ni bia believe in reincarnation. Nti se wewu akọ na oko prepare baby no wabefa waba abefa yen akọ. What do you call that? But reincarnation so ndia whether it is right or no, not no. Before I may read my message, ebi I will bet you. So the thought the Atlantean or no, it is believed say or one of the Anunnakis who came to this earth say or baby save be humans from this Apexians. Apexians medical catch omo intelligent aliens omo beto share nipa so e wa asase so omo bedi omo so no omo afidi on their so abeji omo attention. I think say me no discuss here no last 2 weeks and last week and na me de buy na me de bedu say so na me kire say is kirk or from kirk to church. And also say and I'm sure so a bloodthirsty Greek goddess. I want to obey to me back no because we have a lot to discuss. Na mi bubum kakra kranti mean to me back. But so we share say ninjumedi a make catcher we say odi. Says ninjumedi a make catcher we say odi. At the manipa make catcher say ofidi on the souls. Those who gather the souls for her, she makes them rich. And I mean, we discuss here, and I mean, breaking it down. Now, who say a church? And I mean, say, well, Google, no, so, obey to me, actually. Now, what church says, and I said this cake, from ages beginning till now. Now, ube bisa, who say, someone, is it true or not true? Ube to me, actually, free. Cape Coast Castle, the recent visitor wo enema yekusuya church no na wosoro ana sesi ana we. I believe that God no ana goddess no eno mudi bedi nipa so nya akwan enya influence because obema why delusional ukonifia because according to papa na tour guide no dey enko ye no or see over just calculate or accurate figure, but it's about 5 million or 4.5 million captives no more for free Africa. Now it is believed say about 2.5 million were 2.5 million died and 1.5 million no crampono. They are not sure say womo rechi ya nas omo rechi and osan kan so say so bi wu omo kokora na obi yare a omo beyi na to na twene eponimu. So why that? They know say obi wu ayesie because no mo sie omo nkrofo ni bi ewo castle ho. Inti ade nti na obi wu omo to no twene. So when you do all these calculations na asori ne wosoro ho na enso omo hwe nkrofo mo wu ewa asie ho no it will give you a clear indication say Cersei was eating part of the souls and slave masters no so omo de nkrofo no ko obi kro omo yi ne to twene pomu kra omo anamba no a label no a branding ni pa ne honam enti no okwa okoji insurance no will let you understand that she was making nkrofo no mo gather souls for her no richer and she was eating on some of these souls. Ube to me breaking it down there about and said they are Cersei cake and our church no etie. Well, sometimes don't blame people too much. They were here for 400 years. And I started saying if you just 60 years, 63 years in here. Until I don't expect anybody to understand and able to get all these histories in book because omo na omo nim ni omo ye business omo ye and na omo take omo records. Now when they were going, they left with records. I learned and Dura say gate ni bi wo kro omo tukoye. Uko Benina. There was a place na Germans no so yo omo business omo kono omo Bombay. The entire place because they didn't want to leave any trace. Until this is what Cersei does. The man told us where all these churches started. The very place the first Bible elande esro asieho enana won menewu inaye nananom no omoda enye me na me troye ena enye me na me make histories. There we just went to pick it. So let's get deeper into this Cersei bloodthirsty goddess who feeds on soul and make people that gather souls for her richer. Na yemfambra enne asori say if that thing is still going on Mumenye honest, who was sikano hwen sorry awodo a wo bo aye de awoye ma omo sesi ehia ono who is looking for you papa bia menim no so obekwa asori okọ 6 months obehwe obejai 3 months ahwe sa sorry ne behwehwe ne de a obekọ back to church people are trying all these things. Omu jai 6 months, I won't relevant. And when you delve deeper into this, you realize that this same God is still operating in disguise. So this is what I'm saying, that gain your consciousness and work on yourself. Because the Bible says clearly, says salvation is individual. So is this earth a trap, a soul trapped? If yes, who are the rulers? If no, then what is reincarnation? And who are responsible for reincarnation? Because but me see pains and sorry, me, I don't want to bring things out. And can are ready to say things. But when the pastor has issues, but when a member has issue, and no a different. It is the truth that is staring straight in front of our eyes. But we don't want to know what gave opportunity for our ancestors to be captured, was division, and that was tribal wars. And now they have taken 400 years to build something in our brain that would operate smoothly and peacefully. Why is it that minia obibini no minumi enikita one skin color yeti yekasa, but ubeba be kumi edi ama prophet bi a wunhu ne da when hu ni po umami nim no onu ni any biological way, but me amene wote ya na unim no, you will kill me because maka bibi eti ya prophet a wan po unim no, whether or ya yampa so wo ho ni wo ubekum me. So this division, religious division, tribal way, na ye wo na enya my opportunity that hate my opportunity may you throw your crop into all this mess. And that thing as schedule because if religion came from them, according to the quest we watched yesterday, na the Bible also came from them. It's your history. They won't write everything pata. So that's why I'm saying that it's a coded book. Let's decode them and know what to do and what not to do. You are watching Spiritual Hour. I'm always the goddess. I am the voice of your ancestor. I send you love and I believe you wherever you are. So now is still operating, making those who gather souls for them no rich. Obinu suwa and one is a nipa no wu minima sorry be cry e bi wogana ha se wu they won't come to your funeral because obone and ekum nti so obi the church by no to me hwe wona na anim eto ne twene ye beyi asen man so de no na wo bedwen ebi no mu e claim say sa story no nye no kre. Nah, we enlightened now. You don't have to believe in this because now we Egypt and no more technology, way. Someone knew Egypt, no more technology. What drove them out of Egypt? People have been used even for games. If you don't know, you don't know. But what I'm saying is, let's go down, and learn. So if we decide to learn, any who say. Dear way we have to do something about it. We nye gidi and na men emotional. Say adie we would you get profit out of it, you eat out of it. So we should not investigate it. Se bio kafra. Se woni nyansa na sembi a wo kan ndra no. Wo hwem na hu se nokure bi eni wa akọ hwehwem no wa beka wo kra na wo ye pani a omudi obuo kese edebema. Into this same sesi is working in disguise. Into won she mo de mo memfa ya dwenbra lo ni embisa ye ho this question edem pa na be ma sabio kafra obi on si school dem da afa bible so ye sofo na wakotena ho na obi owo PhD, a doctor, a lawyer, a politician, name them obi a wa akwa knowledge na wakotena se sabio na sofo a onim bible uncle school da akofa bible no na all kind chire lawyer ni no na wakato say chise wu spirit bi ansa na wenya understanding about the bible no ne law na we read ne medicine na we read obetumi ahwe nipa body yi baby asay free ho no spirit bi anchire no how to understand it it is only bible and ebetumi ama lawyer ni no enya spirit ansa what I say what is that spirit if not says senye says ya dear ben a bemo be on co school there to me dinner social media catch a whole graduate say wabon na onsia de nsu say ni pay or say or kase or wahakra on to me nka tekra makra is stiff. I'm not saying say one go school I won't need him. That's not what I'm saying at all. But that spirit now omode tale say I just say wuhu ansana wait me at the Bible as na me bisa say if not says what spirit they should tell us. Well, if you talk to people now be so say what God and then I walk God they don't even know. Ye kwa sorry so ye nko bisa yenko bisa heaven wo ho ye bisa for worldly things eno nso na sesi or offer abusua na ye kwa ye se ye win souls e de amanyankopon. How can you win a soul for someone who has created the soul, owner of the soul? How can you win soul for no papa na oye Apple phone? How can you say wo kwachechi Apple phone dia command? He created them, he know everything. Into win souls amahwan. Now, spirit burner one needs to get and sana what the Bible na say if not says it. Nenkrofo no mo de buy and the same thing. He made them rich and a lot of people died. That is what the Cersei goddess herself fed herself with those souls and omeki the same thing is what we are going through. So all I'm saying is we individual Bible can clearly says salvation is individual. So nkwaje you be adia and kwaje ben. And a Bible eka ho asem the person wote ase and there asem a be discuss no if this earth is a soul trapping and not trap earth no a soul trapper, if yes who are responsible a creator na aye ne saa? If no, then what is reincarnation? Because reincarnation no every belief, every religious body, every book believe it eka reincarnation. You say Elijah and obey John the Baptist. Yes, Jesus a wuko na me kan no obesan aba be fan akọ nti we wuko na obesan aba. Is that not reincarnation? This is what I want us to talk about. So say would say ni awo ye no na ye nyame a ye be kasa no yahwe those who have dreams, those who go through near death experience, the things are omu hu no are they godly or it's something that is creating all this for them? I welcome you once again. Now let's get into our topic. I will read a little for those who cannot, who don't understand the local dialect, also to get something out of it. My English is very small, so sometimes I don't know how to speak good English, but I'm still trying to say something. Obi say, and I want to bro for me bro for less platform way. It has changed the entire media landscape. Now, all those who went to school speak good English for making news, looking for problems in Ghana, they have all turned into spiritual platforms. That's the power I carry. And also me brag was there. I still brag about it. Me ko brag with prostitution and the fraud when you be aka. Me brag positively into kakra na positive impact also. So today we are discussing reincarnation, earth being a soul trap, and rulers who are responsible for it. Now I read this small intro for those who don't understand the local dialect to get something small out of my conversation. I welcome you once again. I'm always the goddess. Yes, many believe that we are trapped on earth, and those in charge are using reincarnation to keep us in vicious cycle without end. This may be the case for those who are wondering about their purpose on earth. Why are we here? And why do we keep reincarnating considering the bad experiences of diseases, hunger, hatred, greed, and sabotage? Why do we keep coming back to all the bad stuff? Aden, the other day when I made a statement that me pesa me nka bibia this time round say me wu a me pesa me wu na makọ na masan ababium, I want to go and go to where I'm supposed to go. Listen, there are other species on this earth and there are other dimensions, a lot of dimensions. And listen, the amazing thing about this earth and all these dimensions and human beings is that onipa pe na owa oba de ni su ewonimu. No pet na or what the right to access all these dimensions. And no and these entities no more power. Eche nipa. No need that one thing that a human being has are jealous about. So they create a whole lot to keep us in one circle, so we are not able to access other dimensions. All the prophets, all the enlightened ones, they keep telling us na sansem we no can sebio na enipa. That was why Jesus was speaking in parables. Bible speaks in parables because onimisa asam okatre boom. Won't it? You would even be struggling and trying to kill someone out of it. So obia that deep. Now so lighter. Light no e wo won ani so no wan hwe osore kra obabobo wani so ase nsu afọ obi ede na eko. Na wo si wo ko save no wan hwe ni onu mi enu na beko. That's the situation we are in. Enti assembly bo ameka like I said, you guys should thank my manager for me. Ebi wo ho say, "Hey, men can we sesi a enti men ko daka studio hobium. Tena haya na ye cause ahanu you have control over yourself. Enti tena haya ni say me tena haya. Makato say tot the Atlantean. Onu it is believed so you're one of the Anunnakis onu so ba ewiase so be save mankind because na Apexians no and they say goddess has taken over human beings, so they came so omo ba beji in nipa. One day we'll do Anunnakis and we will get into Enoch, and then we'll get into Metatron, and because Enoch is the same angel they call Metatron, so he was captured and we would come and do Anunnakis, Enoch, and then this my beloved darling Totes, God of knowledge. I love him so much. I have his dress on one in design. So sometimes when I am in him, I wear those clothes to acknowledge the knowledge he gives to me. So almost say now or one of the Anunnakis or Baya. Once when the Anunnakis came, no, call everywhere, every race, every species, almost petit baby, they were trying to give knowledge to people, but later they realized, say, Onipa, ewo greatest spirit or the creative wonimu. If Nipa get it to this climate, they will do things we cannot do until yebeye one day. But when Todd came to Egypt, one trusty nipa biada, one trusty entity and energy biada. That is what people don't know. And now, me pese me be me third eye. Na me to me efre angels. Na me to me efre entities. Me to me fresh spirit. Listen, everything you have to call your consciousness, your godly being, is you yourself. Now, way na these entities makes us to believe, say, diaye pe, diaye hwehwe, ana eseyense ye sum bibi e wa abonten. No. You are you. So nyankopon ankasa egurumi yen away aye betumi egurumi souls. That is why you give birth, you look at the child, upesa akola ne nya akola pa, uhwe Bible mu from beginning to end, there you will be ne ba no wabobo generation. This is in you. It is not in anything you have to go and worship anything. You don't have to call anything. If there's anything you need to do, you call your own self. If there is anything one need to do, is about your own consciousness and upgrading the soul in you to connect with divinity. So if you die here, you will continue from here. You will not come back here. Those who make us to come back here, and people are proud to say, I'm reincarnated 400 times and 500 times, it's a failure. So means you are not learning. But what did 2 years we are say abra ye bo impo ho a. Se wu na wo kona wo ba ha. Na ye se oba. We've heard this several times. I think Shakshus has educated us about reincarnation. A lot of people have educated us about reincarnation, quotation master, on our set. Almost say oba baka. Se unye sika na wa ma obi ebia. Obeba be yo hieni. If this is reincarnation, then what am I coming to do here? Who are these people who are programming us? Intina Lord taught say ono de onji obi andi. Intina no or multiply no. And no ye ni bibia the man who or your entity or you're very powerful, but not or you're very scared about human beings and very scared about these entities. One day, we will look at this Sumerian tablet. I think it should be in Mexico or Portugal. You can help us in the comment section because this one I'm not very sure, but it should be around this place. Sumerian tablet, is Thoth's handwriting, physical handwriting. What this place, it can be in their museum or somewhere. We'll talk about them one day, and I'll give you all this information. So the question is, adenti ena yewu a yesan ba na yewu nso so na yansan ba ye kɔ he why mu na ye responsible for this soul ye trapped you udi akoniaba, so you forget the reason why you are here and the dimensions are as we assess it and why is static with this third dimension. Who are responsible for this? You can disagree with me. You can also put your comments there, because let me read this more for people to know. So we are like plants, and someone wants us to bring out one fruit, which is fear. Then they harvest it and replant us to grow more negative fruit. Does this make sense? Ube wiasia, ubebre, reincarnatia, obra, uboya, ubre, and ubebani opposite. Now I be experiencing the other one. Onyankopon, and all bad, and now the creator. They are with their friend. Do you think he will make this arrangement for humans? And no, and I delve into it. No, into so baby say. Then topic na discuss here. Ye bisa say earth no a soul trap and if yes, who are the rulers responsible? If no, then what is reincarnation? And no asem ena yeka. Efe the people responsible for this reincarnation and all these soul traps, no, medema you can Google and learn more about it. They are called Archons or Archons. What is Archons? The Archons, no, and Cranfono friend no adupe. I mean, some I am right, adupe. And a tree for friend no say, a muetia, a crobia wodinia, omo a de friend no. Name wo ewe name no, I escape me kakra. Where people have beautiful name for a muetia. Mi refidino. Kakra, but you can write the name in your language for us to know. It's called Archons in English. Let me read something small for Omo Shenesu to understand me a little bit. Let's move on and learn about the spirit in charge of reincarnation. It is called Archon, Archons, medical culture. According to a Western occultic family known as the White Brotherhood, the Archons are term in Greek that means rules, are negative energies that feed on fear. They are cunning and smart at deceiving these Archons, every soul that dies into reincarnation back to earth using delusional strategies. Now, Archons, people take them for granted. This is share. Se uko titimrenimu we heard a lot of people were raptured. It is believed that this Archons no mu rapture omo. But ye body say angels, and we think angels and aliens are powerful than Archons. It's not true. They are very powerful. Now what makes them powerful is that they are closer to humans. Omo no mo ban nipa, omo no mo ni nipa tie. Metumi aka say all the entities na yehuno uyi nipa omo na omo ba nti na tete no obi tumi kwa afuom na yesi mweti afa no omo fa na de omo tumi ni omo tena 3 years na omo aboniti ama no obeba na loss na omo training no nduro ne bodua ne saa niama no tete no. We all know about it. They are closer to us. Omo te ye kasa, omo nim ye movement, omo nim babia. Even up till now Ghana ha, there are places you can the omobe rapture. But these things my manager will not let me talk about them. Can mention dino na obiyehu baby because they binum efo so mo de omo nim bibia, but yes block your money focus nti and on because they keep creating a lot of platforms. You like it, keep quiet and learn. Bring your contribution so we all learn and go. Drop the hate. eye hate o na ma ye nananom konko atom eye hate ne ye da so te ba bia yeti me ni broni bi tena play mu na omu di nkomo me I like old men like me nkokrafo pemase na omu di nkomo and omu ka football asem and omu ka anka a great opportunity abama Africans a Ghana 43 pelewu ye we feed on great souls ye di souls no time na be so na amaye so na a time bitterness hatred na ye di so ya nya ye de this is what is eating us up mama fa we ntwem asem ya me ken about Archons me de me ma nipa credit obi a one mention that me feel so or a lot of knowledge about it I don't know how much or what but me nim say or ho knowledge aye nana wusu I think Nana Wusu has experienced all these Archons and only because waka wa me platform ne so da say they can present themselves according to your belief. Say woji Muhammad dia they obetumi abate say Muhammad woji Christo dia obetumi abate say Yesu. This is what people go through when people go through near death experience. Omo say na ye omo kokoma ne ade a ka bo obi a within 15 minutes no obewu no obi bewu a okekani am. These Archons show us all these things just to put fear in us. Fear is what they feed on. Now fear is what we put in people when it comes to religion. One you say I won't call heaven until you feel that fear no in your head. Until say then they will capitalize on it and start to show you things to prove what you've been fed in your religion or in your belief, just to put fear in you, no matter throw back to her. Who wants to come back and suffer? Who wants to come back and suffer? These Archons can create fake heaven, fake hell. They can create a whole lot for you. Na omo deceive you. Na omo do waba back to this trap way so you don't continue to your next dimension like the Creator has made it. This is what I'm sharing with you. So this Archons, no, magical cultural occultic group are almost from rules. You ube to me a Google now also we read more about it. Almost feeding nipa with negative energies, any deceit, na or fear, no mu feeding on you. Na fe why you delusional. Inti mi wu ye, and I make die ye ti de bi aso obi so asundai and or call heaven. Which heaven? Fimbe na call ye. Obi krase or call ye ne ye bo no. Obi so call poase. All these things are created by Archons and Archons. There is this knowledgeable man who feels that some galactic federation or blah blah blah, they are giving him knowledge and all that. And after listening to him, these Archons were like, we are showing him what he wants to hear, see, and he feels. So when you create fantasies, now when placing who you are, these Archons will show you things. They will show you angels if that's what you want to see. They will show you dwarfs. If you want to see, they are closer to us. They know our language. They are our way of life. Now you don't see them in forests or more captured nipa because they are now living with us in our homes. So these people will feed or the fear be ashe umudada and na omo capitalize what the omo kachire yen e religion no into no all these things is in our head into no bibi ya ukakre bia na they create pictures based on what ebi se omo hu Jesus obi so kura so hu Jesus se wa be man say but yenye honest wa ha. Up till now, the pictures we are keeping in our rooms, say no na Jesus picture. We all know these 6 gentlemen. I am showing pictures. Na mu fengu screen so mama. These 6 gentlemen has come out clearly to say ye pamucho wo ye Jesus na ye act still obibinisi debi we Jesus. Into this same man who has come out to tell us, say, Jesus, people are still dreaming, seeing these same people and believing that Jesus be Edenohu. All these are the works of Archons. Because they live with us, they are in our houses, they will present what you need to hear, what you need to see. And you know, Maame Grace, I want to open my third eye and have entities, I want to see angels. You will see Archons. Because when an entity wants to approach you, you don't need to call no. And you will upgrade where you stand until one can find your entity in your own self. Because listen, there is nothing outside of you as a human being. Everything is loaded in you. So if you are not able to trigger it, people are asking how you can do that and how you can do it. We will get there gradually. We are getting there. My messages are not for the masses. I have told you the message is for those who own it. Jesus quoted it in Matthew. He said that we are of the world. We speak and the world does not understand us. I don't even want you to wonder about it. That's why Jesus was speaking in parables, because onimsa asem no kra me kan no kra no lawu ebinom entiase, and they will come against it. So Archons are responsible for reincarnation, and Archons are responsible for our earth trapped or dumped. Had dumping place. Those who are well endowed, no, say a higher dumping place. Archons will pull your soul out when you are dying. Archons will show themselves to you when you are dying. Then they will present their fake hell and fake heaven. Me call when me who light be say but all these are for Archons. I tell you, no matter how good you are, no matter how rich you are, no matter what you do on this earth, you will die. Now said there is another dimension you want to go. It's not about it is fear the Archons are creating in your head. Senkanya brunsam jemni we anka China fonka somebody head no Ghana no mukodi. Nkara before somebody head no Ghana ha no mukodi. They don't think about these things and they are doing so well. So when you hold the bibi na eye wo se wo jemu a wo bewu na eye wo se esese wo hwehwe bibi outside of yourself to worship, that is when Archons and Archons will create a world for you. So you wallow in it and you keep coming back trapped. Not we real home, and not the creator's idea for creating you as a micro being, which he is a macro being. I want you to balance this. I think it's a lot, and I don't know if we can continue next week, and then we know how this whole thing operates. The most important lie the Archons use is that they let people believe that consciousness is outside of themselves. So they have to look elsewhere for spirituality. Another big fat lie. And before say spirituality ne ewe bi no nsem nti esese you are spirit being. Spirituality is in you. Just activate it. Just connect with it. Make yourself a full being. When your spiritual side is active and your physical side is active, that is when you become a full being. Like the Bible said, when thy eye be single, the body becomes full of light. That is what we call consciousness. Your consciousness is not in Maame Grace's office. Your consciousness is not in anybody's office. Your consciousness is not in anybody's place to go and bath any leaf. Your consciousness is in you, and it is only you who has the ability to trigger it. All you need is time and then go through the process. It is not magic, it is miracle. You are watching Spiritual Hour. They make reincarnation look like a spiritual exercise for moral growth. You do bad, you come and pay. You do good, you come and pay. Enjoy. What is the sense in this? Me ye bad, me sanya baha be ye bad, abetwaso. Me ye papa so, me ba be enjoy. Is this my end as a human being? Is this how God created me? If you believe that Jesus is dead and is sitting at the right hand side of God, why don't you also think that it's a journey you have to proceed and go and sit somewhere? But you rather feel you have to be going and coming. Know thyself and make sure that you go and you continue to the next dimension. Do not let fear and so that these Archons will build on your fear what you have loaded on your brain. They will use it and they would print it out to you. They call it negative pictures. so die na me so die. All these things are done by the Archons. Somehow we will delve deeper into this next week, God willing. Inti se me kwa aba na ma bebre a ende na ohia be ne hia. So they use the atonement of sin strategy so that you will always feel unclean and be in fear. Abusia mama yenhwe bone a Jesus ba wiase o record ye. Se ma yenye ni yenhwe se ye betimi ehu bibi eye papa nipa ya. Bible so nipa ka so ni bone a na odada no nipa ye bone ama onyankopon ani onyam abono. So what is this scripture trying to say? I have stopped quoting Bible in my messages, but as it is, and then I say me put a few in this message. Say nyame ma ye ho kwan a ochina no and next week you better so they make reincarnation look like a call for you to do a specific assignment. These Archons are living with us. They know what we want. They know what we like. They will tell you, "So we are born here, we be koha." No, we will tell you, "So we are born here, we be koha." Why you born? There are people when they are fasting, when they are praying, when they are meditating. That is when born here, dream. They become basa. These are done by the Archons. In this life, what you need to do is your consciousness, grooming your own self. Everything is in you, whether money, whether power, whatever it is already loaded in yourself. You don't need to worship anywhere, anything to become who God made you. You are God. I just say, now say epumbegumo and now ufo say we are different from God. So you are looking for Apple to worship. You are Apple. How can you worship Apple? You are God. How can you worship a God? Let's discuss this and delve deeper into it. Because ye the sadrin na che ye trimunti. And na ye ja ye hum sem atoho. And na ye ja ye destination na mo ebi friend in heaven. Ebi so judgment. Ye ja ni nyina atoho. Ni ye de half of your body ni nam. Inti a lot of us are limping. A lot of us are limping. Ye nam with half being. Instead say ye spiritual being be boom na ye ba kono. When you die, Archons can show themselves like your past relative who have died, or even powerful religious figures, just to get you to come to them to be processed. And me accident na me be obi kura to me ka say or die or so die no ohun ni maame a wewu yi omo be dane saade we ama no mo show omo ho so that they will bring you for reincarnation. No do beto reincarnation process no emu. This is what Archons done. They have a life review mechanism that they call the judgment. They use this to induce guilt. I know medical culture obi ye fasting na afei na we who say all kaka is been pray bi okotwen ye ene ade ene ne fa hakosi because ye decide ye we atu ye medical Archons can create a false heaven or hell for souls to experience. They can create heaven and hell, false heaven and earth for us, making sure it's aligned with their beliefs and faith. This is what Archons does. Inti na me say obi feed you with some words are dangerous and serious. Ebimu aya ma sebio kafra, ebinum kra adwene aye bibie wo ho. Emma ohu aboa kra ofo say oni aboa ne nkasa because eye ne ancestor. Why? Because spiritual person be dia se na adwene mu say dia wo behu we wa ha eye wo na nabi na abesra wo na fa hi na ekosi ha. All these things are done by Archons. Everything is inside of you. Say ye wo say yare bi na abetu no bi no ya, your body itself can create adeko a ebe heal no. Wo yare anya hospital na wo de wo ho kwoto so. Wo be ko hospital no, but the draw no mo be ma wo. If you decide not to drink, the hospital will not heal you. You drink the medicine for the mechanism to trigger a healing no, just to heal itself. Inti se wo lose wo as a human being. Ade biom na wo. Inti no, what makes you think that there is a bibi or baby a wo kosom and wo be kone asan ma waba? What is the sense? Me ye bone na me kwa ba be ye bone a eden biom. All these are fear. Or more feeding your souls, no, so that they will trap us here because they are all these entities are jealous of what God has placed in us. Micro God. Jesus said it, that I and my Father are one. People were not. We are the smaller universe and we are in the bigger universe. That's from step to step to step. Way so. Into these are my last words for today. Next week, God willing, come deeper. Now, how they work and how you can do away with them and blah, blah, blah. You are a spirit being. I want you to understand what the Creator wants you to do is you are a baby creator. Groom yourself to become the macro creator, and everything is inside of you. Your spirituality is yourself. Your consciousness is what you need to work on. If not, you will call a lot of things that you will go and worship idea. Okay, so they do all this to make you buy into theory of an afterlife and reincarnation. Maybe can I be reincarnated? So what bad miensa? The other day, this bitter souls, this tiny pa. Ghana nkasa de ade ye papa bia nyame de bedum mu bia yedi. Because you're done jokers. If you don't joke to fit in and you do something opposite them, try to balance it, they will eat you up. But baby, I do know. We don't really care anymore. What am I say? We are focused than ever because me say I had to me fear ben. Ukumi we are. I had now wait. The rest is preparing itself with speed. And it is investing everything to make sure, say, or back on the next dimension, or no, but me, I don't want to be here again. Honestly, my last words, according to many records of near-death experience, medical enemy who light, enemy who say all these are processor, Archons, no, and they will film just to turn you back to this life. Is this earth a prison for humans? My last word. Write your comment. Considering the harsh realities of life, we are being ruled by karmic. This is where I will land. Nyame ya adoma ye beto aso biom. Aha ewiase na yetene pa. Obi empese obewu. Aha so bra na ye bre. Ya done something na ye di ye ho na ada honhom omo ye jealous no ya mom baabi amom atena onipa ni nua nipa e kasa kora ise ono onye nipa obi tan obi amoda kora ontumi nda who me picture kora na yem say hwem. I don't know why you would threaten me. You want to kill me because of a prophet you don't know. Does this make sense? Maybe so. We are in a country I say you free of worship and free of speech. And so you hu ho ano. Obi enim nso de esi ye na obi eni ayen kurom hapo 400 years 60 years abedru he ye ntumi hwehwe mu mputi records no said the ankola na di etire ni beba 400 years of our lives is being wiped off, and you are here holding the same thing that they use in wiping you off. I pity you. Nobody is against anybody. All I'm saying is let's question, let's decode. It's a coded book. Let's decode it. Na yenhu ni ayeye yenye we emfama enkola no na oboni a wo ye na wo ye papa na wo ye den. When you die and you meet these people and they are coming to judge you, kasa wo de baby omodo wo kono mo fa wonko. A lot of things we hear, a lot of things we see, it is not the way we see them. Intino me time no aye be as a pressure kakra e wo me so and de intino my last words are this: reincarnation jail sentence that has been shaped and directed by Archons. Whatever you sow in this life, you will reap. This is what the Bible also says. These are Archons' words. The repercussions in another life. So if I'm coming back to go through another pain because of what I've done, I have to pay. I'm paying for what? That's what we have to ask. I'm ending here, and the next week, we will continue. The Archons make sure the cycle is always on by wiping the memories of everyone who goes through their tunnel of light into reincarnation, so that you will not remember why you are continuously suffering. This trap is indefinite and has no end. This is what they are putting us through. So ask yourself, say reincarnation, no? Sometimes when Christians say a lot of things are yes, but getting into it, no, only say Jesus will come wa befa nako. Intinka obeka say reincarnation, but at the same time they are saying say they don't believe in reincarnation. This is a big statement. This is a big statement. Yes, or mukom no man microphone say obi en record o boni wo baby. Gain your consciousness and do what is right and upgrade your soul. So when you die, you continue to another dimension. This is a very simple and short message. But ya done no ya ye next week say na mema ye ho kwan a ye betumi atwas mema obi a me feel say waka bibi a minim say ono so I experience this dimension and that is na usu. I'm not saying say ono no ekuro hoye ne de amode mu chi say mu ka asem kra ne ya yetimi mo bi creditor na ye mo ya but truth de wo ka you are not bothered. So aha na mede wo be ende for this earth being a soul trap, those responsible and the reason why we reincarnate. Mama what you say is not of the creator. That is not the plan. Because they do this so that you better forget it because fear na no mu feed when you say you won't go heaven, when you say until na unam ho na say why you what you sorry the moon perfectly say bibi nya adwuma and so because of heaven na what you na this Archons no a place fear e wo mu nti no na wa forget it wo ho kra about the reason why you are here to grow your consciousness and then you can fit into the bigger macro universe now ufrima we micro universe no. Read about it, Archons, Google and read about it. You can also read about the white occultic group from White Brotherhood. You can read more about this and write your comment. Who also add up. Let's learn together. You want that send there every and not don't follow and may you kwanya ye besign atwaso. I am the goddess, I am the voice of the ancestors, and I send you love, I send you love, I send you peace, I send you peace and whatever you need, and I believe you. Shalom, peace.